the ground. I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Yeah, new Jeep, no doors with it. No, I won't stop now. Who you kidding? Kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma send it. I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Happy Wednesday to all. Hope we are all good. We're well in Zoom chat here. Hope we're well in YouTube chat. Should be all systems go as far as I can see. Let me double check here. All right, we look good. Let's get into the analysis here and we take it from there. So start off here on the news as always. Today's going to be Wednesday. What are we looking like for London? Yeah, pretty clean here, nothing much. GDP for USD a little bit later on, and yeah, quarter on quarter GDP. So what are they expecting numbers? Yeah, this, normally it's not really one of the major things, but it does impact market here for sure. We do have G20 meetings going on, not really major impact, but unless they say something random there, that's why they just put it as orange, just in case something is said out of the ordinary, which is going to be out of the ordinary, not something we can kind of predict, to be honest. So yeah, let's have a look at the analysis here. Let's have a look at the charts and the analysis, and we take it from there. So looking here on Mr. GJ, let's start off on, or Mrs. GJ as I should say, start off on the daily time frame here as always. So first daily resistance after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of daily candles here. We have created one daily resistance here. Now this is closing with a rejection here, and essentially all it's doing is creating a form of a range here, right? So we're creating a range between here and here, and this is where we're trading in between. Okay, we're just trading in between this range at the moment, because we are rejecting. This is showing us rejection wicks here, and we have created a resistance. So until we start to leave this wicks here, especially break the wicks, that's only when we're going to see some downside, right? That's when we're going to see some downside, is when we break those wicks and start to continue, is where more downside makes sense, at least to retest into these zones down there. As for looking at basically what we have going on the 4 hour here, daily resistance obviously there, which I can now mark up here like this and put this as daily resistance, so we know what this is. Right, and now we can move down to the 4 hour time frame, right? So the 4 hour time frame, as well as we can see what's going on the 4 hour time frame, we do have this kind of resistance here. This is like known as, classically, all my traders, pattern traders, would love this pattern. This is going to be your classic head and shoulder pattern. I don't trade patterns myself, but the one thing that this does tell me is that obviously if we're breaking below those wicks, it's going to follow the same thing, right? These wicks are the daily lows as well. This is going to be that neckline of that head and shoulders, and if we're breaking down below that, it makes sense. But the one thing that this does tell me, not in a pattern standpoint, but in terms of a formation standpoint, is that we have finally found some sort of weakness here in price, right? Because what we know is that, this is typically a reversal pattern, and that's just telling us that there's weakness in upside. So upside momentum is not as strong as it used to be. Now, we could just end up still ranging it here. We could create supports and then end up leaving this. So until this is broken, there's no real sells, because that's what would trigger what? Even the pattern traders here. So, it's the same thing here. What we're looking for and what pattern traders looking for is the same thing. But the information I'm getting from this pattern here is that upside momentum is kind of slowing down at the moment. We're not seeing heavy upside momentum, and we're just consolidating. And this is where it becomes a little bit tough to trade. And today's quite tough because although sells do make sense, previous daily closing bearish, 4-hour candle, I would consider doji not even giving us a bullish close. So it wouldn't even be really a mixed bias. It's more leaning to sells. But what's the problem with sells? We're at a major support zone. So until we leave this support zone, it becomes very, very tough, right? Because this is a huge major support down here, right? This is our major support. And it's hard to sell into this because this is where we've seen all of our rejection. And when we go on lower time frame, we'll start to see how that starts to form. So we'll bring back the drawings here, and we can start to see how, we just have a lot of supports down here. Even this counts as a support right here, is another 4-hour support. Do I want to mark that? Yeah, we can mark that for now, but you can just see how much supports there are in this range. There's a lot, man. It's just line after line, and it looks messy, right? So it looks messy, a lot of line after line here. And let's go on the 1-hour time frame, see what we got. This 15-minute, I think I can. Yeah, that's even still relevant. Yeah, we just tapped that 4-hour support. What's the range here? What is the range? Around 5 pips, right? Not the biggest range to this next 15. How does that look on 30? 30-minute support is even higher. It's tough range, man. It's a tough range because you just have support after support, and price is respecting these supports. It's not like it's not respecting it. We can see every time price dips into it, we're getting a rejection. It's not easy. We're not seeing continuation here. There's no continuation sells. If you look at what price is doing, no continuation, reversal. No continuation, reversal. Even here on these, all reversals. Yesterday as well, reversal. Right? We come down here, we're seeing these type of reversals here. But in order to get these bigger reversals here that we're seeing happen, okay, we need to come back down to the bottom of the range and start to try leave the bottom of the range, right? Because that would be easier. Now for sells, if we can start to leave this range here, especially if we can start to leave somewhere around 190, 400, 190, 350, that's where I think sells would make easier sense here. And we get nice sells that are a lot more clearer and can give us, some more, clearer options where we don't have to worry about getting caught up in rejection, because we will notice inconsistency trying to trade inside of this range here for sells because we're at the bottom of the range. Now, same thing for buys here. If we're looking at buys, obviously we don't have a good 4-hour candle supporting this, and we're not also at the bottom of the range. So this thing could just keep making higher lows, even if the price decides it wants to pop. Oh, I don't know why I drew that. But even if price decides it wants to pop up here, this is where it could create resistance to continue down and, potentially stay inside of here until it decides whether it wants to break above here or break below here. So overall, it's a tough spot at the moment, to be honest. What's this? Yeah. And it kind of has to decide between this range. I want to see how big this range is that we're trading in. Above here is around 9 pips. It's not that bad to this 5-minute resistance. This should be a 5-minute resistance, I would imagine. Yeah, it is. That is 4 pips to there. Yeah, it's not. How's the hour looking? I mean, if the hour closes bullish here, it would create a support. 30-minute as well would create a support. It would be nice to see, like right now price is being a little bit tricky. Same thing we saw as yesterday. Even though supports were created and we were doing higher lows, it just ended up pushing up and then failing, which is I'm scared that would happen today, something like this, or even fail earlier. So I would prefer if this could just come down quickly and grab liquidity, then close back above, then I know that we could get that easy upside movement there. And that would look a lot cleaner if I could see something like that. That would be very, very, very nice if we could see something like that. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening with that. But overall, we need more price action to develop at the moment. It's a little bit complex. It's a tough spot and it's not as clear as I would like it to be. So I'll just be, you know, waiting for more information, right? Because if you don't know what to do right now, then just wait for more information, because there's so many options at the moment, and that's what I don't like. It should be a clear option, right? It should be a clear option. So yeah, let's go have a look at what's going on here, and we'll see at gold on the other hand here. So start off on the daily time frame here on gold. So that daily resistance still held from yesterday. We could see how that daily resistance is still held. Yeah, yesterday we wicked up into this zone here, just ended up rejecting from the top of the zone. Daily time frame created resistance here, and yeah, we're trying to continue down now. 4-hour time frame on the other hand, wicked up again, nothing closing above. This week in the weekly webinar, we were talking about how we want to see some sort of price leave this zone here, right? If we could see price leave that 4-hour resistance here, especially get back above weekly resistance, that's where we're going to get this push to fill this wick and continue through these zones here. That weekly resistance is key at the moment. So at the moment, what we're seeing here is we're seeing price trying to break down. Here's a little 4-hour support. It's a little bit messy in terms of price action here on the 4-hour support. There's your 4-hour resistance. This line can go. Daily resistance still relevant. Yeah, we can leave that on. We could probably move it to the most recent one. Yeah, that's more relevant. So what are we looking like now? We have this 4-hour support. I think right now, yeah, I think probably sells are only going to be below the 4-hour support here. That's what makes sense to me. How does that look on the 1 hour? Yeah, it's even full of rejections here. But I think that's where your selling would make sense. It's a bit too close now to these supports. You can see how we've had so many rejections from here. You don't really have range to trade because it could just reject from anywhere. So you're kind of guessing here. Yeah, you're kind of guessing, you know, with previous daily closing bearish, previous 4-hour closing bearish. It is a bearish session for me, and it would be interesting to see how this ends up panning out. I think if you could get pullbacks, like this, even if it fakes out, if you can get a fake out from up here, I think that will be a great opportunity for sales. Everyone's going to try buy above these highs. I don't think it's ready to buy above these highs until the 4-hour closes bullish. Yeah, until the 4-hour closes bullish, that might be your fake out zone. The only chance you have to buy above this high is if you get support above the range. Yeah, if you can get support above here, because it's already giving you the fake out of this zone here, right? That was your try to break out and then failed. So I would say, yeah, I'd say probably looking for below the 4-hour support is going to be safest at this point. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'd probably say at the moment for gold. And yeah, that's basically it. That's what I need to just wait a little bit for a little bit more clarity here, and then we can see what we can do. GJ's trying to create this support here on the 15. So we'll see how that ends up. What ends up happening there will be the 1-hour close as well. So we'll see how this 1 hour closes. This 1-hour close can give us a lot of information, especially if it can close above this zone here. All right, that's an old 1-hour resistance. Seems like we are rejecting from that. Do you have a message from Tradingview? Yeah, I'm always getting messages, man. I don't know who this is from. Private. Oh, it's from Crest. Public. How do I see my public messages? So yeah, that's the analysis, guys. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, you know the drill. If we can do the YouTube business, we'd greatly appreciate it. How much of us in here? Almost 500 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. I appreciate everyone showing up. If you can get the likes up to 200, then, you know, I don't have to ask. Part of the game. Would appreciate that. Anyone trade DJ and NY? NY, you had two options yesterday. You had selling options, which was quite nice. This was a nice selling option where we just rejected this range here, failed to close above here. gave a nice retest, and then once that candle closed back inside the range, you had a nice LTA zone to fill back to the bottom of the range. Then later on, we had a really nice liquidity grab from down here, closed back inside the range, breaking the high, or the later option after the close also gave beautiful option for upside here. And yeah, I mean, if you held this, brilliant, commendable. So those were the two options in NY. London was just nasty. That's, yeah. This move up here is what I was expecting to happen here in London. But we can see we wanted to pull back first, right? We're not breaking down. That's what we have to understand. We're not breaking down. But obviously in London, we wanted to pull back first. GJ was disgusting yesterday. Yeah, London was disgusting. New York was not too bad. You had two options, and at least there was volume that gave you, like, it followed what it, like, look, it created support, it went up. It created resistance, it went down. It's not like it created support but went down. It's not doing the opposite of what price action was doing. Here, it's doing the opposite of what price action was doing, right? Like, look, if you look at London yesterday, it just did everything opposite, okay? We see it created support, but it went down. It created support, but what did it do? It went down, okay? Messed everyone up if you continue trading, okay? But New York, what did it do? It created support, it went up, created resistance, it went down, created support, it went up. So that's more straightforward, right? And that's the difference in price action that we're seeing. Is we're seeing that at least NY price action is giving us a little bit more clarity, which is why could maximize off that, take opportunities, which balance out the position that was taken in London, right? So that's why I keep stressing for you guys, it's important to learn the skill. Because learning the skill, you'll be able to take those positions by yourself. Can you send the trading journal of the NY session as well? I posted in the Discord group. In the Discord group, I post my trades. I posted yesterday's London trade. Here, I posted everything. So this was yesterday's London trade. And then this was yesterday's NY trade that I took. And yeah, just ended my day in BE here. One loss, one win, break-even day, I'll take it. So you can have a look at that. That's in the public group. Also, some great news. Inside of the public group, there's now a verification system. So when you join the public group, you have to verify yourself. So hopefully this does help with a few scammers. But obviously, they've become smart. They join the group. Then they add everyone, leave the group, and change their name. So obviously, anyone adding you, don't be fooled by it. You know, they're just idiots. There's no way to avoid that. The only way to avoid that is not to be an idiot and trust what what they're doing. Gold is melting. Holy, oh, is having a little push. Yeah, it is having a little push. Already reached that 4-hour support. Now it has to make a decision if it wants to get below, if it wants to bounce from here. Higher probability for it to continue down if you can get below, because it's sitting right at support. It's never a good idea to sell at support. Never. This is a bad idea. So that's kind of like the extension of the move, right? Now we've reached max TP, but there was no way to enter this. I mean, even if you ripped it impulsively below here, then yeah, good luck replicating that 200, 300 times. Even less. 50 times. Can you look at GU, please? Yeah, we can have a quick look at GU for all my guys. Right, GU is going the absolute other way here. We're seeing GU melt here. Seeing a bit of dollar strength coming in here, huh? Yeah, that's what we're seeing here. So dollar is getting pretty strong here. Very nice bounce on the dollar. This is why we're seeing gold melt as well. So yeah, gold, dollar continuing those, trying those higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So we could see that support gold continuing down. But for GU here, see daily. Daily created the resistance here. Current daily breaking previous daily low. 4-hour bearish created resistance. 1 hour is continuing down. Yeah, I think GU was earlier options here was kind of the only this type of option I see here. Now it's tough. Where's your 4-hour support? Yeah, so anything below this 4-hour support here, and then you have to find next targets. So I guess, yeah, your target is going to be down here eventually. That would be it. You're in on this? Or you're waiting for a setup 3, or you're waiting just for the close? Yeah, I think that's your only next best option. Especially if you can get a thunderstorm or something. Yeah. Wonder if I was to sell GJ, where we could sell GJ from though. Because upside is very low momentum moves. We're seeing harsh downside moves. Yesterday London was harsh downside. We're kind of in a downtrend for session trend. So I do think that downside, you know, with volume, we can start to push through levels. It's just tough. Whew. Being right next to 4-hour support. Especially that we tested it and rejected. Just makes it hard. We'll have to see. How much percent do you make a month approximately? I think I could average it to 8 to 10% on average. 8 to 10% is how much? Depending on the month. Some months, like, you know, during the year, could have months that I push 20% sometimes, 22%. You know? And those months carry. Good day, Harry. GJ's been really inconsistent lately. Not many clean moves. Would you ever trade GU? GU has cleaner moves. It doesn't play around like GJ. GJ has been stressful to trade for me lately. Yeah, GJ is pretty difficult to trade. I think last week, at end of last week, was very clean moves we had on GJ. End of last week was very straightforward. Nice closes above range. Nice volume. Now, getting towards the end of the month, we're seeing it just chop now, starting to get stuck in this range here. And that's how just it is. But, you know, GU as well was stuck in a range as well, man. So, you know, that's not easy to trade here as well. You know, like this stuff is also not easy to trade. So I think it works out the same thing. It's just about what makes more sense to you. And if GU is making more sense to you, then obviously your analysis and your heart towards, you know, trading GU makes more sense. Four-hour GJ forming head and shoulders. Yeah, that is a bearish pattern, but like you said, neckline has to break. You know, neckline has to break, and that's not all the way down till here. But if that breaks, you do have a beautiful trading zone down here, yes. How many pips do I take on a trade? I average around 12 pips, I would say. 12 to 14 pips. Alright, this is the 1 hour close here. The 1 hour has created support, but below this zone right here. Technically, this is a 1 hour setup too. But we're not bullish bias today. $15-minute close below its resistance here. 30-minute created a support here as well. I don't know how confident I am. I think it's an option, but it's a very risky option breaking the high. If I was positive from yesterday, then I probably would take it. But I'm break even from yesterday. If it grabs liquidity first, then yeah, I'll take it. But the 15 didn't break last resistance. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I'm saying it's a tough one. You're kind of relying on the 1 hour, right? You would just base it on 1 hour. You take it on based on 1 hour. You wouldn't take it based on 15. Yeah, this same time yesterday we saw this fail, right? We saw it pop up here and then just to reverse later on in London. So let's see. Let's just wait here a little bit. Hi Harry, I hope you're doing well. Thank you, brother. Any tips on how to trade NASDAQ? As most traders say, NAS is only use fundamentals, not technicals. No, use technicals, trade it during NY. It's a very fast pair. I'd recommend you back test it, right? You have to back test it because you can't just show up. You have to have, find its ranges, look for closes above, below the range. Look at NYSE open timing. That's where most of the volume comes in. I think it's, it's great pair to scalp. But yeah, just back test it, man. When is the exclusive group opening on what app? We host it on Discord, and the calls are done on Zoom. I think everyone has access to Zoom. It's the most platform that is available around the world. And then the group is private group inside of Discord, so that's how you'll be able to use it, man. And that's opening on Friday. We will open that group. So yeah, Friday it will open. Yep. So you'll be free to join then. This month actually it's pretty good because we're doing a psychology webinar and you basically get that psychology webinar for free and the group. So it's not like I'm charging extra for that webinar. See what you're planning. Break of 1 hour support after structure. Marked in green, leaving the range. Sensible. So not trading in the range, just waiting for us to get out. Yeah, I think that's sensible, man. I think that's sensible. So how you make 8 to 10% risking 4 to 5% per day? No way, man. I don't risk 4 to 5%. I risk 1 to 3%. 1 to 3%, not 4 to 5%. 4 to 5% way too much for me. I mean, I could risk that, but I would be making more percentage. That's for sure. Is it okay for you to earn 2 to 3%? I think you can earn more than 2 to 3% risking 0.5. If you followed, like, let's say what I do, then you'd be earning maybe around 5, 6, 7% even. Alright, this is a nice push down here. A great push down. If that reflips and breaks its high, I'm interested. This will just be liquidity grab. If not, now we're trying to break down and then we can see what we can do with this. How about we take only A plus setups and risk 4%? Yeah, that's one method, but I figured out when I started doing that, it all equates to the same. The only difference is it messes with your psychology because the experience which I did is I said, fine, I'm only taking high probability setups, like super high ones, and risking heavy on them. And then the problem is that sometimes when you lose on a high probability setup, it puts your confidence down, and then you, a high probability setup, you, in your mind, you say, it's actually not as high as I thought it was, if that makes sense. Even though it was a high probability setup, you define A plus as something that's really rare for the market to give you. And you could be sitting, yeah, exactly, but these setups happen 2x per month, but then let's say one of them is a loss, then what happens, you know? How will you define that? That's ultimately, you know, the trading style that you could come back down to, you know? Less is more, right? Less is more. Do they happen often? No, they happen like Claudio said, 2 times a month. I mean, people get pissed off at me if I don't take a trade in the day. Imagine people have to watch me sit here for 2x a month. That's the only problem that I don't like, is that you have to sit here and show up every day and do nothing, you know? Hoping that you get this A plus setup. And missing options. Like, you will see easy options. Right? You will see easy options go past you. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. We won't know their high quality till after. Yeah. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. The wait is worth it though. Yeah, it is worth it. But my point is that you achieve the same thing if you just take your planned setups, you know? Give yourself options here and there and stuff like that. The problem is if you wait and what if both of them lose? There's still a probability that both of them lose, right? Let's have a look at EU here. Tough to make a plan. Let's see daily. Daily is at support here. 4 hour close to support. I think Asian messed you up, man. Asian was super easy here, right? Look at this 1 hour. This is the problem. Move already happened. Like this option here, super easy. This next close here, that's very easy. Yeah, that's your problem, man. You have to wait on this one because that was the trade. This was the trade here. And sometimes that will happen, right? It will move before your session, but you haven't missed the move because you weren't at the charts. So I wouldn't be too pissed off with that. You just have to wait. It's pretty tough at the moment. Maybe if you can get deep pullbacks, set up 5, downside, stuff like that, you know? Selling into the support is going to be hard. Man, GJ picked liquidity down from here and it's looking like it wants to flip here. How much is spread? One pip, 0.8. $1.5 for you. Yeah, I mean, if this flips and breaks its high, this is a very nice liquidity grab. You have a quick BE though, 4.1. I think I'll wait for this 5 minute to close. If this 5 minute can close above, I'll be interested. Range is only 7 pips, yeah, but your stop loss would be 8 pips. Stop loss you'd run somewhere here, 7.5 pips stop loss, so very, very small. Small profit, but small stop loss as well. It's like a small scalp. Let me go pip and come back. I think GJ made the low of the week. It's in a range. Do we have one-on-one in the TS exclusive? No, you have access to the group call, which is basically you can speak to me, yes, directly one-on-one. So you'll have access to Zoom and you can speak to me one-on-one. $621 of us in here and 148 likes. You guys lacking on the likes these days. Very lacking on the likes. Whenever we put your gambling news call, we get like 300 votes in 3 minutes. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Helps get this information out to more people so they can benefit, because I'm sure that people could benefit of this instead of watching Lamborghinis every day. Alright, 15-minute closing bearish here. I think minimum I would like to see a 5-minute candle close above the range. Likes inconsistent like GJ? Yeah. I think people just forget, you know, I understand it, but at the end of the day, I hate to say it though because it sounds super annoying. How to manage a loss? Most of the time you'll have stop loss in place and that is your management, right? Well, not most of the time, all of the time. Sells on gold look decent. I think it's right at 4-hour support here. Could be a little bit tricky, man. A little bit tricky. I'd prefer to see it close below. Especially after we push so heavy. Be nice to see some sort of resistance and then close below. When will you host a free webinar? I heard you talk about a couple of days ago. It was an idea. I just have to find time in my schedule. And of course, I have to prioritize my group webinars first. And then probably sometime next month, man. Probably sometime next month. Have you ever burnt your account because you forgot to set your SL? No, never. Every single one of my trades is planned. I don't just gamble into trades. Dubai meetup coming soon. If there's enough people in Dubai, then potentially yes. For sure. And also, guys, make sure it's going to be a new month soon. And you know, on the new month, I do giveaways, Pip Labs giveaways. We'll do one group spot giveaway. So make sure that you're following my Instagram so you can be part of the giveaways and understand when they go live. And also to enjoy my content, right? And don't follow the scam Instagrams. I paid for this blue tick because people were saying that Instagram there are scammers. So I'll post this link for you guys. Everyone ignores me. Someone please answer, because you're asking questions that are irrelevant, man. You should not be starting with amount of money if you can't even trade. You asked a question saying, I don't know how to trade, and then now you're asking how much should I start to trade with. If you don't know how to trade, then starting with money is not going to help. You have to practice with demo, man. You have to practice with demo, learn the skill, take it bit by bit, man. There's no rush. Can I be a millionaire with a $50 account, or am I dreaming? Most likely you're dreaming, man, to be honest. I switch off the sound, you judge people too much. It's not judging people, it's because he's begging for stuff. We answered his question that he should go watch my free course first. And he hasn't watched the free course. If he watches the free course, he'll get all the information from there. That will tell you what size account to use. That will tell you, and it's for free. That's why. I don't want people spamming questions, right? People have to learn. If they can't take accountability, if someone tells you to go watch a free course and then you're sitting there and still asking questions but haven't checked out the course, it's going to be hard, right? We're trying to help. You are great, Harry. Your setting strategy is simple and works almost every time. Thank you, brother. My guy, just answer the damn question. I did answer and I told you to watch my free course. Now he's asking where's the free course. Where do you think the free course would be? Yeah, man, you're gonna be rude. I think it's best you just leave the stream. Free course is on YouTube, guys. Come on. Where do you think free content is gonna be? Right? Go ahead, enjoy it. It's on YouTube here. Free course. Full free course. You're better than me, Harry. I won't have the patience for some of these questions. Chat really something else? Yeah, different breed. Too sensitive. If this is how, yeah, you're right, man. You're right, Alessandro. If they're this sensitive, imagine trading, bro. Imagine when they start taking losses. It's game over then. Which session is more profitable, NY or London? I am more profitable in London. That's because I trade Gbpjpy most of the time, and Gbpjpy tends to move better during London. If we look at GJ throughout the year, we find that it moves better during London. I've been on demo for 2 years now, but my learning has developed so much. I know when I'm ready, it will be impeccable, like a fine wine. Don't FOMO greedy and be stupid. I think after 2 years, man, I think after 2 years, you're ready to go on at least a small live account, like even a live account, just so you can practice emotions, right? I think you've learned enough and you'll be surrounded just by general experience for you to be ready to go on some sort of small live account. So consider that, right? Quick buys incoming. Yeah, I feel it would be a scalp above here. If this 5 minute can close above in 47 seconds, I'll be interested. Does it want to do it? 30 seconds. Will that be set up 4 on 4 hour time frame? No, it will just be a small scalp on the 15 minute. I enjoy watching Sharp Trade and listen to the good advice, but one thing is I hate about these groups is most people here are so blind stupid it's painful to watch. But they'll learn, hopefully. That's the goal. Alright, next time you make a day in the live video, please style your hair as Johnny Bravo. What do you say? Yeah, mama. Something like that. Harry, do we have to trade only in sessions? Yeah, you'll have more probabilities because that's when we can imagine having what? Volume. Morning, man. Do you gym before market or after? After I gym, after London session. Yeah, this zone is super relevant here. We can see it rejecting, so I think we can get a close above there, will be okay. 2 minutes for this 15, and then I think we have a small scalp. What time frame was that drawn? That's just a level that I found on the 1 hour that I thought would be relevant, which it is. Is there any way to have access to that journal? Yeah, of course. You can just go to the free Discord. In the free Discord now, I told you guys, so turn back notifications on the free Discord. If you're in the free Discord, turn back your notifications to get announcements when I post all of my stuff, right? So make sure to turn that back on. But when you go to resources, just go down and you will see stream journal. You'll have access to the stream journal. In the stream journal, just go file and make a copy, and you can use a copy of it. How long do I stay in a trade? I would say my average holding time is around 15 minutes, I would say. 15 minutes on average. Not much. Alright, 15-minute candle closing bullish here, but not above the range. So I think minimum we need a 5-minute closing above the range here, because the 1 hour is still supporting this trade here. So, and I like this liquidity grab here. So I feel if a 5-minute, I can give it more of a risky shot, but I think it would make sense. Would be a 30-minute setup 3 as well with a liquidity grab. I have a feeling. What's this? Guess who goes up without us? Yeah, you could take it impulsively, but that's even more aggressive, right? That's even more. That's why I'm allowing myself to wait for a 5. End of month, I don't want to be that aggressive, you know? Losing random pips here or there. There's no point of doing that. But you know what you could do? What you could is you could try. If it breaks the high and then some sort of 1-minute candle start failing, you can just wait for, you know, getting back in the range. You basically lose nothing here, right? You can lose 1-2 pips only. But that's tough for me to do on a live stream because I'll just get hate if I do that. But I don't think I would do that anyways. But if you really just want to try that, then that can work. And then obviously if it's coming back in the range, then you can just manage and wait for the close. I prefer to learn discipline. Yeah, end of month is probably best. Beginning of month, when you have more chances, you know, we have the whole month ahead of us, then it's okay, you can take those. Markets are very slow. Yeah, this is being a bit slow at the moment. We've just gone sideways, but we haven't jumped into anything just yet, right? Fundamentals move markets, otherwise it just ranges and in the zones to make consolidate. I agree, fundamentals move markets. I agree with that. Of course, it's the big cause. What do you consider is the earliest months for GJ to like trending moves? It should be now. End of February, March is when we normally see. Oh, easy months. Easy months, it comes and goes, man. It comes and goes. Like summer months this year was very, very good. You know, typically March, April, those are good. You know, some summer months. So you know, it's just a you know, there's a long year ahead. There's a long year ahead. So I think a lot of people don't understand that. Although it can be, the way that I trade is I'm using, you know, small stop loss, relevant target. So I'm just not trying to get any type of move in a day. I could come to the chart and just pick a direction, take the trade in that direction and hold a very big stop loss just to try catch a move in that day. You know, that is one approach that I used to do because I would notice my analysis is right 90% of the time, but sometimes I just couldn't find entries. So that's what I started doing. Right, I started, but then that wasn't good because on a pair that is slow like GJ, you know, not slow, but sometimes that can be slow and range. Imagine you ran a big stop loss and you're just stuck, you know, it sucks, it sucks. So I really rather be right or wrong. How long have I been trading for? For 4th year. A bit more, to be honest. This is like 4 years going, I would say. Took a thunder earlier, closed now. Well done, Brian. That is a classic thunder. That is definitely a classic thunder. Nice. Yeah, that close below is the one. That close below is the one. Why are we guys not in this? Yeah. There's a 4 hour where? There's no 4 hour, man. There is no 4 hour. This is the trade of the session. Now question is I think this would have been a break-even trade. I think you would have maybe 3 pips. I don't know. This is tough. I would have to see in the movement. In hindsight, this should be winning trade, but maybe. Yen is weak. GJ should go up, but because of Brian, Gbpjpy is going down. Yeah, I know. Problem is, where can we sell? It's very hard to sell the GJ today because we're selling into 4 hour supports, etc. Gold is bouncing off that 4 hour support. This is what I said. Don't try sell at this support, guys, on gold. Be careful. Wait for this. Right? This is, look, everyone would have said, oh, price closed below on 15. I'm taking a sell. Price closed below on 15 here. Broke the low. I'm taking a sell. Oh, damn. Stop loss hit. This is market manipulation. Banks are watching my live stream. No banks are watching your live stream. I got stopped out. Yeah, because you didn't do your high time frame markup. Please do your high time frame markup. Then we can start talking. Yeah, man, we stream Monday to Friday. When will GJ start the bearish movement? I think the proper bearish movement will go when we have a 4-hour candle closing below this support down here. If we can have a 4-hour candle closing below 194.60, that is where it will make sense for sells probably. Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Retail liquidity isn't worth the bank's effort. Most retail brokers B-books. Yes, exactly, Andy. Finally. That's the best comment I've seen of the day, because he's finally spitting facts. Not finally, but he's spitting facts. That's completely true. The banks watch ICTs live. That's why he lost 3 times. Okay, every time I'm using that excuse, okay? If I take a losing trade, then banks are watching my stream too. It's nothing to do with my strategy. I have 100% win rate, but when the banks watch my stream, then there's nothing I can do about it, alright? Or you guys are copying me and then they're all checking you, alright? Now I'm never wrong, guys, by the way, alright? My strategy is 100%. The bank, you know? My strategy is 100%, but unfortunately, banks are watching. Because look, yesterday, when on stream banks were watching, it went down. But when we were trading gold and no banks were watching and the SPY was not in the group, it went up. So, I'm telling you. So now no one can blame me. My win rate is already 100%. How do you control emotions as you keep watching the market? Good question. I control it by having a plan. And if nothing follows my plan, then I can't take a trade, because that would be going against my plan. And the way I know to make money is by following my plan. It's as simple as that. So if it doesn't follow my plan and it plays out, it's annoying because my plan was not triggered that day. But I know that I'm being disciplined, and that's what's going to make me long term in this game. In this market, it's not about catching every move. It's almost impossible to catch every move. Not every day you're going to be right. Not every day you're going to be able to catch every move. Or not every day you're going to, you know, close exactly at TP, whatever it may be. But your job is to be profitable in these markets, because most are not profitable in these markets, all right? Most are not. So that's exactly how you're going to do it, you know? Do you think this is a liquidity grab to go up? I thought it was in the beginning, but it respected our resistance here. So this did, I mean, if this re-breaks this low here, then goes back up, then I don't know. I'll write a check. I'll write a check. Hi bro, is your group open? I want to join. And is it included? And what is included? All of the details are on the website. Group will open this Friday. I will always do the way I did it. It will be first come, first serve. 15 spots, and that's it, right? That is exactly how it will be, all right? Because I want to know everyone who comes into the group. People in the group will tell you that when I open the group, I don't let in like 1,000 people, right? But watch this video. It explains what we have: the Zoom, the NY live chat, weekly, what's this? Weekly webinars. I mean, I've said it so many times. The video explains that. There's so much. It's jam-packed. I think the most valuable thing is you get this, you get this whole access to all of my my content here. This is like a gold mine here. This I'm super proud about. I think everyone in the exclusive group has benefited greatly from this content in here. This is like gold mine, all of this content. And it's super structured here. And I'm not some guy trying to sell you on a course, right? And you guys pay more for that. That's like included in the group. For real, helped me so much, no cap. I'm glad, man. So you can have a look at that, man. And if it's something that you like, then you're allowed. Why does it say giveaway? Why does stay giveaway in the title? Oh, because we do giveaways every month. We do giveaways every month, and I just haven't changed the title. It's the title I've used for the longest time. Just like to keep it. WAP is a curriculum. I pay for the group from the wins on the stream. Exactly. $1.8 per day. You just have to make $1.8 per day, and then the group is free. It's like business, right? That's paying you. So damn, these moves are tiny, man. I was like, this candle must be at least 10 pip candle. This is like a 4 pip candle. Well, stops will be relevant anyways. Man, I'm getting bored. Well, there's nothing we can do about it, man. If you're getting bored from this, then you have a long way to go in trading, man. A long way to go in trading. You know, because this is what it's like, man. This is what it's like. If you want to take trades and tons of trades because you're bored, boredom is not going to pay you, man. Boredom is not going to pay you. What do you think? I set up 3 on gold, bearish high time frame, current 15 close below. Yeah. This would be a breakout trade. So, would be a London breakout trade. Yeah, I think it could work here, man. Just a little bit more riskier. I think you should break even at like 2028, 100. Just aim for a 1-to-1. Yeah, if it closes, it has to close though. If it doesn't close, it's sketchy. I feel it's a liquidity grab. London session which making you doubtful? Yeah, you could still give it a shot, I think. You can be just aggressive with break even, you know? Yeah, session bias bearish, close below the 4-hour. It does make sense in terms of a setup. It's just not as high probability as like a GJ setup one here, but I do think that it does make sense. So if you're okay with your month, then yeah. Or not. Last 3 seconds, can you believe that? Last 3 seconds. No bottom wick. Last 3 seconds. That's insane, man. That's insane. Last 3 seconds. Just looking at that. Hey Chizo. When you started trading Forex, how were you able to control yourself when you made a loss? I wasn't too good when I took a loss when I first started trading. It didn't feel good, man. I was emotional about it. I was searching for a next trade. I was, I was, you know, emotional about it for sure. If I join private group, when will I be accepted? When the group opens, it's first come, first serve. So you'll be accepted directly. How can no bottom wick affect the sell trade? It's the push that I'm more worried about than the no bottom wick. Because this would have been my break-even zone somewhere here. And also, no bottom wicks. If you backtest no bottom wicks, it's like 50-50. I don't know why. I can tell you why. Alright, please tell me why. I've checked your trading journal and we were a loss in January. Actually, we weren't in a loss in January because this is calculated in terms of percentage here, right? Gold obviously has bigger ranges. So if you go ahead and look at January here, you can go calculate it, okay? So we go look 13, 17, 27, okay, 25. That's 1%, 1%. And actually, one of these I remember was a 0.5% here. So if we look at 1, 2, 3%, this trade here I made 2%, this made I went one break-even month basically, right? In New York I took trades, I ended my month slightly positive 5-6%, right? And then now we're on this month as well, February, right? February we're definitely positive here, 4 wins, 1 loss, right? So definitely fine. So no, it's not negative. On stream, the journal was break-even for January. But we were taking trades in New York and that's what carried. You can see my trades. You can see my trades. After 2 years of profit, it will only convince me if that trade is profitable. I think 2 years is a good amount, but then I guess you'll have to wait 2 years of live stream. You have basically a year of data here, so if a year is enough for you, then obviously I'm going to be profitable. But if you need 2 years, then you have to wait another year before you come back to the stream, man. You need to wait another year, but you can go see the year of data we have so far. You can see my trading over the year, how it's gone. All of the links there, you know, nothing to hide, not deleting streams, right? And I post the NY trades in Harry's trades here as well. So the NY trades I take, I post them here. Post my MetaTrader. So people know I'm taking the trades, just in case someone asks. I don't post profits because I don't think that's relevant. I think everyone does that and I want to be different. So I just post the skill. Yesterday I did post profit and I got all DMs saying, oh, that's it. Really, I promise. I promise. Did gold just end up dumping here? Yeah, it's given a nice little move. How much is that given? Probably 4 or 5 pips? 3 pips here. Needs to really do business to continue. You need to get down to the bottom of the range for this to be worth it. I think at this point here I would be break even in this trade. Just because we came, you know, we're in this whole rejection zone. This whole 1 hour rejection zone here. That's what makes me a little bit iffy. So I probably would have been taken maybe break even or I would have survived it. I don't know. Hey Didier. Do you still take bad losses? No, I don't take many bad losses. I think the only bad loss I took was this one, which was a gold trade. Was this gold trade right here? This was a mistake. This was a bad mistake. Let me just make sure this is the one. Yes, this one. This was too aggressive beginning of year. Way too aggressive to go impulsive entry beginning of year. That's the only bad loss I've taken in the whole history of Stream Journal. One. But I make mistakes. At some point it's going to happen. And yeah, I guess you come back to the market. You're excited to trade. You know, first trade of, you know, the year. You want to get it started. You know what I mean? So I guess, yeah, that's the only one I made. What's the lot size you use right now? Now I'm ranging between around 10 lot. I've pushed to 15. But with these, I push to 15 when I'm feeling confident, when I'm happy enough in terms of profit. And then, but I would say I'm still sitting on 10 here. I think mid-year I will push harder. I'll push harder, but I'm sitting on, you know, 8 to 10 lot. Check BTC. Yeah, BTC is on the move. BTC is on the move. 58k. This is nuts, bro. This is nuts. This is great. Definitely need to profit take on this. Gold is still hovering here, trying its best to continue down. But part of my rules is not to take a trade with no bottom wick. Next target for Ethereum. Yeah, nice setup one, right? Clean. Next target for Ethereum. Man. Kind of where we're at right now, man. Where we're at right now is kind of a target. Next target is really 3,400. Is that overall or NY make an exception? What's overall? Oh, no bottom wick? Yes. I mean, no closing with no wick. I make an exception if, yeah, super high volume. Yeah, no problem. I don't really mind. I think ICT is also watching my stream. Hopefully he's not giving my information to the banks. If you trade a particular session strictly and there was a move in the previous session, do you feel tempted to get into that move? I don't, because I know long term that I'm trading just that session. How has my camera run out of battery, man? It's been charging for so long. Man, give me a sec. Now I need to charge my camera. Now you guys are going to get the most high quality camera that there is in the world, so be ready. Hope you guys enjoy it. Bring out the camera. Bring out the camera. DJ trying to break up. There we go. Look at this camera. Right, what is GJ doing here? That's a big 5-minute close, man. Damn. This makes it super hard to enter here. I need a thunderstorm because this is exactly what happened yesterday. Big 5-minute candle close. This is only 2 pips, guys. It's not worth it for me. 12 pip stop loss. I need to put stop loss below this candle flip at least. I can't just put... I don't have anywhere for stops on this. I don't have anywhere for stops. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it for a couple of pips here. It's like a 3 pip break even with spread you barely have. Like that's your break even there. Like 6 pip stopper range. I don't know. 3 pip break even is hard. It looks like a big move, but 3 pip break even is hard. Or pull back? Well, yeah, if I was in this trade, I would definitely be break even. And your entry would probably be somewhere like this. Not like this, but yeah, 1 pip spread. How big is... I would like, let's say your 0.8 pip spread. Yeah, somewhere here. So you would just... You know, it's very tight. You know, 3 pips you have to survive. 3 pips to survive is not that much, but it just seems like this push coming out of nowhere here. I don't know how I could have entered this, to be honest. Not enough time to understand where to put stops, because where would I put stops? 12, you have to run 12 pip stops here minimum. Minimum 12 pip stops. Because this is a weird move, it's not like the one we had before. Unless I ran random stops here, that's the only way I could see. Just ran stops middle of candle and expect this never to come back. Any ideas why this 1 hour failed? Just target too big, man. That's a break-even trade every time. There's obviously this random volume that's come in here. You know, it's just random volume that's come in. Right before open? Yeah, 3 minutes before open, we're just seeing this big volume come in. Yeah, at this point I need to wait for open. Let's go and let me adjust my AC here. It's a nice move this though. 13 pips, that's interesting. When is the last time we see a candle like this? This is just such weird price action. 30-minute. We just see this candle open, no bottom wick here, rip. I wonder if I had bottom wick on my broker. No bottom wick on my broker, open rip here. I had no top wick on the 5-minute on my broker as well. Yeah, I don't even know if I would enter this on the 5 because I had no top wick on 5 even. Yeah, I don't know, this wouldn't follow my plan. This wouldn't follow my plan, look. I had no bottom wick here on the open. No top wick on this close here as well. Then just straight pushed. So I don't even think I would, even if I ripped it on 5, it wouldn't follow my plan here. So not feeling FOMO into this move. Come on. Switch. Alright, 1 hour close here. Let's have a look what's going on with the 1 hour. Where's the 1 hour close? 1 hour is closed just below this resistance here. 30-minute closed above this resistance here. Stop loss is nuts on this 15-minute. I need to wait for something. I mean, 26 pips when we're moving like this. This is a sus move, yeah. Yeah, I think that's hard. Did gold reject? Yeah, gold rejected as well. That's why I didn't really trust it. Remember, gold is moving very low pips here as well. This move here on gold is only 5 pips here, which is small for gold. Less than 5 pips, I think. Yeah, 5 pips. Which is small for gold, for sure. And now you're at 1 hour support, makes it hard. I am still bearish on gold, but it's not my rules to sell at support. That's for sure. It's 50-50 at support. It's either, I mean, I would say it's maybe 60-40 because we're bearish. But the problem is that even though we're bearish, that doesn't mean that we can't reject and you would get stopped out on that rejection before continuing down. exactly like the people who sold at 4-hour support, where would your stops go at 4-hour support? Above the high, right? You get stopped out there. Remember my strategy about the LTAs? Yes, I remember that. And I was looking for that zone, but the problem is here is that this candle, no bottom wick, it's hard, man. Definitely hard. Bitcoin ripping again? Yeah, Bitcoin at 50. Yeah, Bitcoin is just on another level here. Yeah, did you take it, Claudio, then? If that was your plan? Because if everything you said and you knew about no bottom wicks and stuff like this, then you should have taken that, right? Because that would have been your idea. I didn't take it. Why? Because you've just showing me all of this. Something you've tested, something you seem confident about. Showing you to say, let's study this more? Yeah, of course. I thought you studied it. Do we even get a 5 thunder? No, no 5 thunder. I think this will continue 8-9 pips here to the top of the range. That's probably the next target here. But yeah, definitely something to look at. The problem is, where will we put stops? That's the problem. Because I remember you were talking about if it just comes back, then that's it. You're done. So it would be like just an aggressive, impulsive entry. I definitely think, yeah, it does have some merit to it. We haven't seen that in a long time, though. When's the last one? I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time. In London. This is the same move we had yesterday, that 1 minute candle that came and moved strong just to fail. Same move from the bottom of the range. Yeah, super interesting that. When I'm not sure about a trade, I put an order where I put the stop loss. You know, I've always said, when you're learning to trade, if you had an account that copies exactly opposite what you're doing, you probably make money. Do you believe trading intuition works? But what is intuition? Intuition is a skill from you watching repetition. So it's not really intuitive, it's just experience. I've never seen someone win consistently trading intuitive without experience. Are you still holding Bitcoin? Yes, I am, definitely. I'm stuck in GJ cells. At the moment, we're in a range. I don't know where you're in a sell from. You could be in deep drawdown or you could be in a little drawdown. Have 3 years, previous years backtested, and yes, intuition will work? Yes. 60k next TP for... Look at this rejection, guys. Look at this rejection. Whoever FOMO'd into buys up here, you deserve to get this slap for FOMOing. That should teach you a lesson. Should teach you a lesson. I'm in a sell from 186,500, bro. We're at 190. You're in a sell from 186,500? Yo. Yo, man. Can we see a reversal from here? Man, you should have had stop loss. You know, this is not something I can advise you on. This is a very, very in drawdown position here. You know, hopefully you have a plan, man. Hopefully you have a plan where you want to close. Don't just marry the trade, you know. Hope it's on a 0.01 lot. Yeah, I hope so too. I think on a 0.01 lot from 186,500. It's like $400. At this point, just grid or martingale. Very doubt it will get. I don't think martingale is smart. I think maybe some form of hedging, you know, is the only way to get yourself out of that. But I don't have any experience in that, so I couldn't say. That's never a position I would put myself in because I always have a stop loss or where I'm wrong, you know. You basically, you need a massive catalyst to cause price to reverse. You need the JPY to probably announce that they're going to change interest rates. Which I don't think is the case. But I do think we will see at some point a heavy downside move on GJ when they announce about wage growth. When we get wage growth data, we will see. And I do think that comes back a little bit higher than expected, which will bring yen strength. But I don't think... the thing is, when does that data come out, you know? I did once use a bot and the method is martingale. I lost 2k. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's the problem, man. That's the problem. What's gold doing? Yeah, gold rejecting. Yeah, this is typical, man. This is why I kind of hesitated to take these trades. They're not, you know, you either break even quick, which is only 5 pips. Like, it's not the biggest move, but you can't disregard price at 1 hour support here, you know? And we don't know how far this will pull back. Yes, I'm bearish on gold eventually, but how far this pulls back first, we don't know. GJ should move back up. Perfect timing for buys. I would be a little bit careful because we've reached target here. We've reached this target at 1 hour here. It could just chop here. This is becoming like a very messy zone. You know, this is becoming a zone where you lose money end of month. Very typical, you know. This is just take back all your profits, all your hard work from trading this month. Give it back. I think the only thing you can do at this point is trade more higher time frames until it becomes clearer, you know. Like either you would have taken this position here once we change structure, breaking the highs, stop loss below this range here around 20, you know, 25 pip stop loss. You would have got almost a 1-to-1. Chop fest. I like that word, chop fest. Tradesharpe, are you staying with MetaQuotes and MT5? Yes, I am staying with them because my broker still supports them. If it gets taken down, then I think I will ask my broker for an API connection and develop my own platform. Or get an own, not my own platform, but get a custom platform developed. Hey Harry, can I add this bullish move to fix my bullish bias for the session? What do you mean can I add this bullish move? I think the session bias here is still mixed, man. I don't think it's fully bullish session bias. That's just based off how we have the previous daily candle closing bearish. It's just chopping. You look at it. It's not doing much. There's literally one move today and it was this random candle that came out of nowhere. Yeah, gold continues that rejection. We keep safe from that. So that's one positive for us, keeping safe on that. And GJ continues her rejection. And we didn't FOMO into the highs, which I never would have anyways. But I know some of you might have felt like it, especially in your beginner stages of trading. And 15-minute, yeah, I'll have to look at that. Physically, you can't FOMO anymore. You got screwed enough. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yo, GJ, make up your mind, man. Make up your mind. Can you look at UJ? Yeah, we can have a quick look at UJ, man. No worries. Alright, UJ is showing some definitely weird yen strength here. I mean dollar strength, sorry. No, I'm totally wrong. Yeah, we're at top of this 4-hour resistance here. Yeah, man, if this daily candle closes above here, and if New York session 4-hour candle closes above here, it should be pretty straight sailing here. That should give you your breakout trade, which should give you your move towards the upside. So yeah, just waiting for that, man. At the top of the range, there's not much you can do. If price does this again, you know, and start to break down, you could look to sell from the top of the range. But that would also have that would also make a you'd need the 4-hour by then to make a resistance. Yen future starting to break 4-hour support. Yeah. Which yen future are you looking at? Just the JGB or what? $6J? Okay. On CME's futures? Nice. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. CME. You see? Which guru is telling you what that stands for? I bet. Go ask your guru what that stands for and see if they can answer. I bet they can't answer. They don't know what CME stands for. Guru can't answer that. Harry, is it possible that suddenly this 15-minute candle on GJ was caused by traders relying on Elliott Fibs waves? Not exactly. Probably market makers. They just push price up. I mean, we were bullish above this zone, so it did make sense technically. It's just couldn't find an entry into this that made sense, right? In hindsight, yeah, it looks great. We could, even if we took break of high. Problem was we were expecting break even here, 2.9 pips. You know, it's just a little bit tough. Where am I gonna put stop loss? Can you take a look at Bitcoin? Yeah, we can have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just gonna run. Bitcoin is gonna run. Let it do its thing. Bitcoin is running. Bitcoin is coming till 59 here. I would expect 59 to be tapped. 60,000 probably gonna be max target. We probably see a good pushback from 50,000. Have you seen in options? Yes, but do you know also in options if you hold drawdown you pay premium. So the more drawdown you hold, the more your position needs to go to get it back in profit. So you lose more. If you got high R, no, because the longer, just having an open trade, you pay premium for having an open trade. So you can't hold the trade for long amounts of time. The longer you hold the trade open, the more premium you pay. Do I stack Bitcoin? No, I would say I invest in Bitcoin, I buy and sell it. I take profits. I'm not greedy with Bitcoin. Yeah, that's why you notice all these option traders, if you ever watch them trading, they're super fast. Market open, they're taking calls or puts, and then they're out. Like literally a couple of seconds. High risk, high reward. Like if the thing goes the other way, they're totally messed up. Totally messed up. They lose big, like they lose heavy percentages, 20-30% of accounts. Alright guys, I'm gonna call the stream here. Go chill with the exclusive guys. It's just dog water price action at the moment. No continuation, no supports being formed. We need some time. We need some time. I just need to see more price action. At the moment, the plan for GJ is pretty tough at the moment. We're just seeing a very inconsistent move. Literally, we've done nothing. We are back to where we started the session. So if we just disregard the only move, and this is how I know if I've done good or bad in the session, is to just see what was the option. And if you just remove that, price has basically done nothing. It just had a weird spike out of nowhere, and now we're back inside the range. I do think that NY could give some options maybe later if it can get out of the range, but it has a lot of work to do before we get out of the range, right? We need to start breaking lows here and getting below. As for selling GJ right now, it's a little bit tough because we're at support. Maybe aggressive sells below the 4-hour support can make sense. But if you start to see rejection from 4-hour support, just get out your trades, all right? I wouldn't recommend doing that. All right? So, yeah. That's what I recommend. I tried to get your stream journal. Link has expired. Copy and paste it in your browser. Should work. Just copy and paste it instead of clicking it. So yeah. All right. Appreciate everyone as always. Appreciate you guys showing up. Hopefully tomorrow we get cleaner price action. End of month, can't be too pissed, right? Can't be too pissed, but yeah, appreciate everyone showing up as always. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.